This is a really cool finial knot for a rope. This is a 3-bight, 4-part Turk's head, and it's tied in an interesting way. It has one neat feature. I'm not sure how well this is going to show up, but we'll see. It is spliced back into itself at the end. You can see that splice right there where the rope disappears into the other rope. We can count that as the first bight and count around the knot and say 2 bights, 3 bights, and see that it is in fact 4 parts. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 parts to the other end of the knot, and that's the 3 bights knot has a 3-bight end, so we can count even if it doesn't have an axis going through it, a strand going through it. We can count across the knot by imagining that we're, dropping the knot. We can imagine we're slicing through the knot from axis to axis and see how many ropes we cut through. That's how to tell how many parts a knot has. So in this case, this 3-bight, 4-part Turk's head on each end of the rope is self-spliced back in. I just used a narrow sharp fid or a paracord needle will work fine to splice that right back in where it comes back out of the knot. You just make sure the knot ends on a bight and not in the middle somewhere, and splice it right back in. And you can feel in these that there's a thick spot, and this one goes about that far up. I ran it about 1.5 inches and then just pulled it right out, snipped it flush, and then popped it back in. Snipped it a little, actually pulled it through a little harder, and then snipped it, and then let the end pop back inside here and rolled it out. So that way you can't see the termination of that splice coming out. It's a super easy way to finish off an end of a rope, and it makes a nice little berry on the end if that suits your purposes. And it's also tied in this case on the same knot. It's tied on a 3-bight, 4-part Turk's head, tied around that green rope. So that's a neat way to finish the end of a rope if you do leave something hanging, or if you want to leave a pull on something. It's a good positive grip, even if someone's wearing gloves or mittens.